Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Superstove, and in today's video, we are reacting to a Bendy and the Dark Revival official trailer. That's a sentence I have not said in hell of a long time. So, all of you remember Bendy. You all remember Bendy and A Machine. A fun little indie horror game. So, for those of you who don't know, the story for a while was Bendy and the Dark Revival was going to be the sequel game. It was supposed to be an episodic chapter release, like in the first game, and then that got pushed back due to the Rona. Well, it hasn't passed. It's more calmed down at this point, but it calmed down, and then the Meatly and Joey Drew Studio said that they were going to do the whole game as one, and for a long while, this was sort of became a repetitive thing of sort of like, the game would, like, get information, turn out to be false, and then get new stuff, turn out to be false, and it sort of became in a weird, like, limbo state of where, we had no idea when this game was coming out, and for a long time, the fan base kind of died off a little bit. Well, not completely. I've seen fans are still holding on to it, but definitely came to a point where it's like, is this game coming out or what? And I'm not gonna lie, a couple days ago, I was even thinking of, like, I don't think this game's gonna release anymore. Because it didn't help that the development team was kind of pushing it off for a bit, and going radio silence, like, not giving us info, not telling us when this is coming out, and just kept saying, like, it's gonna happen. But it's like, okay, but can you actually show us if it's gonna happen? And I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to think of, like, this game's not happening. Then, literally yesterday, the Meatly dropped a teaser that said, tomorrow, trailer coming out. And here we are. Show evidence. Boom. We got an official trailer. So I'm legitimately curious to see, like, if this is actually going to give us information. I'm pretty sure it is, because they would have dropped this in, like, official trailer and everything if it wasn't going to be this way. So I'm very curious to see what this is going to be. Way how this trailer will go is that with previous reaction videos I've done in the past, so most of them did get deleted, but previous trailers that I've done is that we're going to watch this trailer, give full-on reaction to it, and then if there's anything interesting or key component stuff going on, we'll try and go back and dissect this and see where it goes. So, without further ado, let's begin. Okay, right off the bat we get creepy music. Ooh.
Another late night, another crazy deadline.
Oh!
You can do this, Audrey.
Audrey! It is Audrey! Whoa!
What was that?
Whoa, what is Audrey? Who the fuck are you?!
What's wrong with me?
Attention, children of the machine.
Go.
211 days, you've lived without the ink demon haunting your steps. I banished him away.
What?
I ask just a little favor. There is a stranger. Bring her to me.
Wilson knows you're... Oh, God. Oh, there's now climate mechanics. Oh, no! They can now find you in the storage. That's... Who the hell are you?
Almost everyone here either can't speak or they're completely mad. No, I'm not gonna hurt you. Look like you need some help. Don't touch me.
Above everything else,
Oh my God.
stay away from the ink demon.
Oh, are we gonna see Bendy?
An ink demon.
He likes to smile,
There's Bendy.
and he kills anything that moves.
Here goes nothing.
Oh my God. Oh, Mo. Whoa. Susie returns? Are you kidding me? Bendy and the Dark Revival.
Bendy?
What? November 15th? Holy shit! Okay. Okay, now that for sure has some lot of promise right there and then. Okay, now, alright, I'm back on board. Let's go, baby. Oh, baby. Okay, so, right off the bat, very good, okay. Hey, definitely worth the wait, so, Alright, so there were definitely a couple of stuff that I saw. I'm gonna try to make this as, like, quick as possible. It'll help if, like, we mute this. So let's go back around the beginning, because definitely, there's definitely interesting stuff that we see here. So, right off the bat, we get, like, a cutscene of, like, showing Audrey working on the characters. So I think the way how the story is going to go is that it's going to first start off as sort of like a flashback sequence of sort of showing Audrey, really like working at the studio, and I think it would confirm or theorize that Audrey is going to be Henry's daughter. So we can see that she's working on Bendy, with Bendy related stuff. It's stuff like sort of taking over the desk. I definitely like that this is reminiscent to the final chapter in the previous game. That everything looks a little bit more realistic. So I think it's gonna first start off of like, the world will look more realistic, and then like when the ink machine goes off, everything will look cartoonish. So it's cool that we get to see that, and that in real life. And then like, this looks like this is the layout of the studio, because this looks very similar to chapter 1. So I feel like this will be sort of like the start off point, that this is how the studio will first start off, and then like later on down the line, things will start to get crazier and crazier. So definitely interesting with that. And then we get introduction to this guy, which is like, who the hell is this? It's Joy Drew, the Man and the Demon. Artscape Pictures presents. I feel like this guy is gonna be like, I don't think he's Joey. No, he's not Joey. But he's definitely gonna be one of those creeps that Will interpreted later on. And then, like, I feel like at this point, maybe he's behind, like, one of the guys behind turning the people into the monsters. So, let's see. Can we get that says the demon follower? It looks like a searcher that's brutally murdered. And we get Heavenly Toys that has gone through quite the change. Like, looks a bit creepier and more detailed. It's cool. Cool. Oh, this looks like the waiting room, like the lounge that we saw in the first game of like that secret area. Still very, very cool. If we get an artist rests, I feel like since this was about the time that the company really started to go downhill, they came up with a sleeping quarters for workers who were like, well, we can't afford to send you home, so you're gonna have to live here. So definitely gonna be adding more into that. And just sort of like more creepy screenshots here and there. Oh, this guy. Relax. Wilson knows your purpose. The man who kills the ink demon. I wonder if this is the guy with the creepy eye. Like perhaps this Wilson is probably part of like the Gent company, because I remember Gent did make the ink machine. So maybe this could be involved with that. And the fact that Wilson knows your purpose, it's like, what does that mean? Definitely behind like some of the monsters. And speaking of the monsters, we now get like more areas to run through. This is a new one. I wonder if it's like some kind of super searcher or something. It looks like we get climbing mechanics to escape. This is definitely creepy. I think this is the idea that if you don't hide fast enough, this is either a cutscene or if you don't hide fast enough, and that the Butcher Gang will like find you in there and like try to attack you. That'll definitely be scarier. And really emphasize more, if you're not fast enough at stealth, they're gonna come attack you. Glowing items, we get like some more hidden lore. It looks like a workbench station. And this is a new character. I don't know who this guy is, but it looks like he's an intelligence searcher that's gonna help us like try to escape. Wait. There's a name on that. And I'll come back to you in a second. Is this Bud Luis? This might be correlation to like an important character. Maybe that's the searcher. And this is also creepy, because she said something like the rest of us either don't talk much or just go mad. So maybe she's supposed to be like a sentient searcher or something, or new character altogether. Looks interesting though. Perhaps maybe she's a caretaker. Also creepy. So creepy. We get someone in the shadows. Now it's going la-di-da-di-da. Looks like more stealth. And this is interesting, like, Allison returns. And like, she can clearly tell of, like, okay, I know you're freaked out, but I'm here to help you. So it's nice that we get a return with Allison. I wonder if that means Tom will return. Maybe. Maybe. I haven't seen him in, like, any screen stuff. So it definitely seems that she's going to be, like, an ally to help us. And, of course, like, give the same message, beware the ink demon. Beware the ink demon. And speaking of said demon, we get this. Little double darling. We get a silhouette of him. Interestingly enough, we have not seen him in footage and stuff, but I think I've seen a toy of him. And I see, like, an official toy of him released, and his teeth move. So that means I'm like, oh god, he's gonna talk. I wonder what he sounds like. What he sounds like, though. We'll probably not hear it until actual game. Silhouette definitely looks creepy. Creepy. Oh, nice! We get a much more detailed look with Audrey. This would have helped me so much more. So much more, like when I made her minifigure. Ooh. It looks like we get a town, like we got a pharmacy, grocery store. Looks like a bowling alley. Cool. Hey, cool. So this could be like more of the searchers, like maybe evolving and trying to build up a city in this hellhole that they're in. Looks like we get vent chase scenes. Oh, another chase scene for like maybe Bendy like reaches out and grabs you. Wait. That was going too fast. And too fast. She was the fourth. Oh my god. Is this entitling the, like... This could either be, like, the fourth searcher or maybe the fourth experiment. Because it was, like, a whole trial and error. I remember Bendy was the first one. And he didn't have a soul. That's why he didn't talk. And that's why he was, like, so insane. But if this is, like, with here, this could imply that maybe that she was, like, the fourth experiment. Ooh. Creepy. And, like, hands reaching up. Definitely creepy. Okay, this bitch straight up comes back, which is like, oh god. Though, not gonna lie, I thought for a while that she was gonna come back in, like, Chapter 5, because I remember before they removed it, they gave a hint in Chapter 4, Colossal Wonders, after Allison stabs her, she just collapsed on the ground, and we see, like, shadows looking down on her. So for a long time, I kept wondering of, like, is she gonna return in Chapter 5? And when she didn't, I was like, okay, I guess she's dead. But no, it looks like she makes a comeback. Obviously gonna be an antagonist. Obviously. So it'll be horrifying to see where that goes. Oh, cool, we can do, like, aerial attacks. Attacks, like, jumping off the ledge and, like, yo! And, of course, just bring the audio back for 1 second. Because this is interesting.
Bendy?
Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. I was wondering, could we, like, zoom in? No. Okay, but this is interesting. We get an actual good Bendy. I've seen a long time of, like, some toys, of, like, showing a different Bendy. Not the one from before, but this one is actual, like, a pure Bendy. So I'm wondering if this would be, like, one of the final experiments that has been done. And maybe this is, like, the only Bendy. Because I remember the Ink Bendy, that was the only creation that they made Bendy. It was sort of like a case where they didn't want to destroy Bendy. They wanted to, like, preserve his image as much as possible. So the fact that we are seeing this could entitle that this may be either the perfected Bendy that Joey was aiming for, or this could be, like, an alternate Bendy. Either way, this definitely adds more lore and depth into it. And he's not corrupted. So I wonder if he's going to be, like, joining us to, like, help end this cycle. And then boom. Okay, so, yeah, so coming to Steam November 15th, 2022. And then Xbox and PlayStation coming soon. My guess is this is going to be, like, either, like, fall or summer of 2023. Maybe a little bit longer. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? But, okay. we officially got a release date. Like, finally! Finally. Like, I get the whole, they wanted to, like, keep it in quiet and everything, but I'm one of those people that wants to see actual evidence of them making the game. Like, I know God of War Ragnarok did a similar method, but at the very least, they kept up with their audience of, like, giving small snippets of here and there, and then when they were finally ready, they actually legitimately showed evidence. With a case like this, I get that they wanted to keep it hush, but if you give false news to your fan base, and also not properly give off an actual, like, idea of when this is gonna happen, you're gonna start losing the fan base. So thankfully, they do have an actual solid date of when this is coming out. I probably will not be playing this on release date. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play this game, despite this obviously gonna be looking much scarier, and I'm not really a horror guy. I am going to play this game. Most likely, however, this series is gonna be after I complete God of War Ragnarok, because that is gonna be taking up all of my time. Now, when it comes to minifigures, because I know people are going to want me to do custom Lego Bendy minifigures. That, amazingly, has still been the most popular showcases on my channel to this day. So I am going to do some Bendy minifigures. So, obviously, characters I'm going to do. See, like, characters, I can put it back on mute. Obviously, characters, no, stay. Characters I'm going to do this Bendy. An updated Bendy. I'm gonna do the second Bendy. Maybe an updated version of Audrey. I don't know, it's still pretty accurate to the current one that I made, so I'll probably keep it as it is. This character seems interesting enough, so if we get more info on her, probably. I will probably do her. Maybe an updated... oh, I passed her. Where? Sir. Yeah, we'll do an updated version on Allison, because... now looking back at the Bendy figures, a lot of them could use a desperate upgrade. And I've used and I have a lot more better skills to this day, so could use an upgrade. So she'll be due for an upgrade. Good. Maybe this guy. I said that I wasn't gonna do any human characters, so maybe just he has the ink machine behind him. I didn't realize that before. So this guy could definitely be correlated to how the people we made. But anywho, maybe we'll do this guy. I said that I wasn't gonna do, like, realistic human characters, but that might change, depending on how this game plays out. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much gonna be it. So, again, we got release date, planned, like, first do God of War Ragnarok, then this will be the next game, and depending on how the characters will do, we'll do some minifigures. So, I think that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you wanna, like, check out this video itself, I'll include links to it in the description below. If you want to check out, like, some of the other Bendy stuff, like my previous playthrough on Bendy Machine, as well as the minifigures that I've done in the past, you can check them all out on my Bendy playlist. And overall, I think that's gonna conclude for today. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Bye bye.